Okay, everybody, welcome back. I'm in the mood to do a reverse mask, so that's what we're going to do right now. Reverse mask. And we're going to do this in color set 0. I'm not sure if color set 1 works the same way. It must, but to be safe, we're going to just use color set 1 right now. And I'm going to call this the color computer coin. Okay, most of these programs that we did out of our books when we had these computers were called color computer something, you know, the color computer crayon, the color computer whatever. So this is going along with that theme. So what we need to do is we need to set up page 1, which is essentially going to be our sprites page. And I'm just going to PMODE it 1 and PCLS it. Alright. And so now we're going to make our coin. But first we have to put a box around the area where we're going to be working in, and I want to actually, let's do a circle first, and let's try circle, because coins are round. The coin is obviously going to be round here. Circle. 100 is about in the center. I don't usually like to use 50, but I'm going to use it anyway. I think the radius needs to be about 8. And we'll make it, we already have green for the background, so that just leaves yellow, blue, and red. So there's going to be a letter in the center of the coin, a letter C. Trying to think what would look best. We could make a we're not going to use yellow. Maybe try to use all the colors. So let's just make a red coin, and a 99 I'm going to put in a screen 1 1. Go to 99. We should, I have no idea why this is white here. It should be screen 10. So there's our red coin. Okay, but we have to knock these edges off of it. And if I make a box around it, that should knock the edges off. But the thing is, we want to forget. We could PSET each of these points to smooth it out, but that would take too long. And so for our, I'm going to try to find the coordinates, and we're going to put a box around it. So for line 6, it's just going to be color. We'll use yellow. That'll stand out. And so we have the circle first. Now we're going to put our box. But I think this is a little backward. So let me just find these coordinates first and then switch this around. So the center is 100 over, let's try, the radius is 8, so that should give us 16 across, and 100 minus 8, let's try 92, and then we have the same deal from 50. 50 minus 8 would be 42. So that's the upper left hand corner. And so 108 and then 58. PSET box. Let's see what happens. And it fits perfectly. Alright. So this is what our coin is going to look like with the edges knocked off. But the thing is, if I get this current array, the edges are inside, and we don't want that. And there's one other thing. I have to add 2 in this mode. I don't know why. So I'm going to have to first push this over to the left by 1 pixel. So let's do that now. And we're going to run it again. And as you can see, it's been pushed over. So when I get when I get these coordinates, I'm still going to get that pixel, and I don't want that. So I'm going to have to PSET that pixel, and now I'm going to have to find that. So we know the Y value is 50, and the X value is, let's see, we're going to PSET. It was, okay, it's 108, 50, and we're going to make it blend in with the background. Now that gets rid of that pixel. So when I get the extra 2, it's just going to get this strip right here. So the other thing is we're going to have to push it this way 2 pixels to make it line up. So we edit 6 again, and 2 over would be 94 because we count by 2's, and this would become 110. Let's run this. Okay, so this is the area that we're actually going to get, but I want to push this over. I need to push it over left now 1 pixel. For those of you who don't have a lot of patience, you'll just have to learn how to have patience if you want to do this kind of stuff, because this is how tedious it can be. And I you know what, I just screwed this up, and I changed the Y value. I want to push this over, back over, but just on the left side. Alright, so you can see our PSET happening there, and this should make, we're going to get everything in here, okay, and but we're not going to get this. Now I'm going to have to scrunch it down on the Y value. So I'm going to add 2 here and take away 2 here. Now we should be perfect. So that's what I want. We're just going to get this area here. And let me push this back over. Edit 6. We'll delete another 6 here. I mean another 2. So that's it. Okay. This is the only area we're going to get here. Now I'm going to remove this box physically, but we still have these dimensions, and those are the dimensions that we're going to use for our array. So now when I run it, we just see the whole thing minus the edge that I chopped off there. So what I need to do now is I'm going to color the inside yellow and see how that looks. Computers are fun, guys. You know, this is fun. If you can't enjoy it, learn to, because this is where your creativity comes in, and it can be pretty exciting once you master these commands and how everything works. So we're going to paint the center of the circle, which is right above on line 5. Starting there, we're going to paint yellow, and we're going to stop at 4 because the circle's red, and it'll stop painting right there. So now we have a coin here, and the only thing left to do is put an initial in there, and I'm going to do that with a draw statement. And excuse me real quick. Okay, so I have to find, we're going to start at the center of the circle. If I can find my keyboard here. We're going to start at the center of the circle, but that might not be where we want to be, and then we'll just adjust it. And we're going to make a blue colored letter C. And I'm looking at my chart here. I made a font of A through Z to use in my video games. And on the Color Computer Typer video, you can see that as well in the Typer video. And I'm following that font, so I'm going to go left 4. And I made this as concise as possible to conserve time and space, as in memory. So we have our C, but it's way up to the side, so we need to move it down 1 and I think over 1. So let's do that now. Over 1 and down 1. It should center it. So there's our Color Computer coin, okay guys? So someone could use this in a video game, and they could make a bunch of coins, and you have to have a guy going around collecting the coins for some reason. If you want to use this, go ahead to make some kind of a game out of it if you're good with games, making games. I'm already working on 2, so I wish I could collaborate with some of my viewers, but we apparently I've never met any of my viewers, so that makes it a little difficult. So this is what our sprite looks like, guys, okay? This is our original sprite. So now what we need to do is put it in an array. And we do that by measuring the dimensions. That's what dim stands for. What are the dimensions of this array? And it does, you know, you have to just, I'm going to use 1, 1. That's the smallest dimension. We'll see if it fits in there. If it doesn't, we'll use 2, 2. And you keep doing that until it fits in the smallest dimension possible to conserve memory. And we're going to get that sprite, which we're going to call sprite, or we're going to call it coin. Get coin, and you can name it anything you want. Actually, I'm messing up here. We have to edit 10. We have to call our dimension coin. We have to call it something. So let me list this over. We have, alright, dimension coin. So now we have to put that coin in dimension, in an array. This is the array. We have to name the array, so that's what this is. Coin is the name of the array. So what do we need to get? We need to get these dimensions that we found earlier, 94, 44, and don't change anything, 106. But we have to add 2, okay? That's why I PSET that area out, otherwise we would get the edge, and we don't want that sharp edge or whatever it was in there. So it's going to go in there. We're going to add 2 to the right x value. And then it's followed by our array name, which is coin and G. So if we run this, it fits in a very tiny array, and it did fit in there. If it didn't fit, we would get an FC error, and we'd have to enlarge it, but we're fine. So now what we have to do is, now that it's in the array, we have to create a mask. And literally, it's just what it sounds like. It's a mask of our original sprite. And this is where it can get a little difficult. So where we want our sprite to show, and let me run this first. So anything in that box, well, you know what we're going to have to do first is we're going to have to first, before we do that, we're going to have to create a page 2 so we can see what we have so far. And page 2, we're going to have to call it PMODE 1, 2. So we're still in the same PMODE, but now we're on page 2. I don't believe we have to actually we're going to PCLS it, and we're going to make our background, let's see, we'll make our background, it can't be green, it has to be something else. So we're painted in yellow. We can make it blue, red, or yellow. Let's just make it yellow right now. And we're just going to put our array in the same area. Coin. But this time we're going to PSET it. When you get it, you have to follow it by G. When you put it, you follow it by PSET. And I'm getting nothing here, so I don't know what's going on. Let's list it. Run it again. Yeah, something's not right because that shouldn't be all yellow like that. And we're going to have to do, and this happens, so what you actually have to do is just use PMODE 1 and don't follow it by anything, and we'll get our partition. And as you can see here, it doesn't blend in with the background because we have these points of green here, and that's where our box was. So what we need to do to get rid of that is we have to create a mask, and anywhere that we want our original pixels to show, we cover it in green, and where we want our background to show, like in these areas here, we cover it in red. Okay, so green light is go, red light is stop. And I'm just saying that because number one corresponds with green, and color number four corresponds with red. So simply to do that, we have to create a green mask, basically. Okay, so we're literally going to be taking this sprite and the circle and everything inside is going to become a green splotch. And these points here that are in green are going to be red. So this is going to take a little doing here. So where our mask is, the first thing we need to do, the major part of it is just making a circle. So this is very easy, hopefully. Our original sprite is already in memory. So after that happens, we're going to create our mask. And we're going to simply do that by putting in the same size circle, but this time in green. Okay, so let's run this, and as you can see, it's disappeared because we're using a green background here to begin with. So what I'm going to do for the sake of being able to see this, is we're going to have to list 1 to 10, and we're going to have to make this background some other color, like blue. Alright. So what's happening here on the bottom is that we still have our red coin, okay, with our yellow center and our blue initial. This is our original sprite, but now everywhere where you're seeing red is not everywhere where you're seeing red, but where we're seeing you know, this is, let's list 1 to 10 real quick. This has been remmed out, so I don't get why we have red in this area over here. That's just some kind of a corruption, so I'm going to ignore that. But now we can see that we've turned our red coin green. Now what we need to do here is it's been painted in yellow, and then we drew over it. So we need to get the whole thing green, and this could be a problem because there's let's try starting in the center of the circle, and let's see if it doesn't just paint the whole thing in green here. So let's find our mask, and we're going to try that. That's the easiest route. We're going to paint 150. Green is okay, so we have a green circle denoted by the 1. So we're going to continue painting in green until we reach a green border, and that did it. So this is our reverse mask right here. So we're only getting this area, we're not getting these divots right here. And it doesn't change this is what our original looks like. It's a red coin with a yellow center with a blue C. Because it's already in memory. This is not in memory yet. So it's not going to get these divots because of where I calculated, and this was remmed out. See that right there? So I guess that's green. I don't know. Can't really tell. Let's see. It looks yellow to me, but I don't know. We originally had a green background. So what we need to do here is where you see the blue showing through, that's where we're not blending with the background. And so we need to, these points are here, we need to make those red. And this is going to be our reverse mask up here, so I need to find those coordinates. So if I start at 50, I move over to 48. I think there's 2 pixels there. There could be 3. I don't know. This is tougher than it looks, I guess. I'm gonna have to use my protractor, and the pixels are roughly 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, there's 2 of them there. So we go from 50 to 48 to 46 to 44. So we know that's 44. I'm going to have to write this down. I'll never remember all these numbers. So we have 44, and I don't know the y coordinate. This would be 52, 54, 56. I don't yet have the y coordinate. Get that off of my this would be the same thing, but with a different y coordinate. The same thing over here. So if we start, we know it's you know, guys, I just frigged this up because this is 100. Let me start over. So if this is 100, this would be 98. This would be 98, 96, 94, not 44, 94. And this would be 106, and then 94 and 106. So now the y value is the 50. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This way we have to add 8. So where we're at 58. This one here would be 100. Why am I starting down here? I should be starting up here, but this should be 106.58, and this will be 94.58, and then we're taking off, what was it? We're taking off 1, 2, taking off 1, 2, 3. So that's not right either. We're taking off, we're going to start here. We're adding 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. So 106, 56, 94, 56. And then we're subtracting 6 from 50, 44. So we have 106, 44, 94, 44, 94, 56, and 106, 56. So if I'm right, I hope I am, we're going to now set those points red because we want those areas to blend in with the background. We don't want them to be blue the way they are now. So we're going to PSET 94, 56, and we're going to make it red. That's our top. We're going to PSET 106, 56. You know, I can't get this right. That's our bottom. We're going to start at the top. 94, 44, 4. PSET 106, 44, 4. And we're going to run this, check it. As you can see right now, we have those 2 points that are in blue down here. They're set red up here. Okay. And let me do the same thing to the bottom. We're going to PSET 94, 56, 4. And finally, PSET 106, 56, 4. That should cover it. So we have these areas here are now in red. This is our reverse mask. So we're going to put this into an array, and we're going to call it dimension mask, and it's going to fit nicely into a small array, and we're going to get it into that array at 94, 44, 108, 56, mask G. Okay. So we'll run this, we get no errors. Everything's all set. So the final step here is to AND our mask and then OR our original sprite on top of it. So we're going to edit 52. We're going to AND. We're going to change this to mask. And we're going to AND it. And now when we run this, we get this. And as you can see, the areas in red, the dots, now blend in with the background. They're no longer blue. And everything else is green. So this is our blending in, blended. It's blended now. So the only other thing we have to do is create another put statement after that in the same spot. But it's our coin, our regular coin sprite. But instead of PSETting it, we're going to OR it onto the screen. And it oh boy, it's not working, and I cannot tell you why. Something's not right here. Huh. You know, that was supposed to work. Jeez, I don't know why that doesn't work. It's given us our original. It's giving us our original coin, but everything else is filled in with red, and it shouldn't be. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know. That should have worked. So I'm not sure why it's not working. List 1 to 10. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let's edit. Let's edit 3. Let's get rid of this. Let's run this over. Now it works. Okay, so there it is. There's your blended in sprite. The problem was I had a blue background, and you can't start with a blue background. You have to start with a green background. Okay, so we can see our reverse mask up here now, but the blue was just so we could see what we were doing. We can see that everything else is the red areas have been blended in, and so that was the problem. Because what the computer is actually doing is it's very hard to understand. The set and the reset for the get and put is something that's not. You would have to read a book just about that feature, because it doesn't use set and reset the same way we set and reset lines. It's a little different, and I don't understand it personally. If you look in your getting started manual, you will see that a whole bunch of jargon about setting and resetting, and so we have to start with a green. If you're making your sprites, make them with a green background, and don't try any other color background or it won't work. Alright, so this is one way to get it to work. So what we're going to do here is we're going to test that it actually does work by changing our screen color on the bottom, and as we can see, it still blends in perfectly. However, I have this corruption here, and this is a nightmare because I cannot get rid of it. I'm having this problem with Ghost Saga where this line precedes for no apparent reason, and I don't know why. In this case, it's because I know what it's from, but sometimes it appears for an unknown reason. If I don't add 2, it won't display the entire sprite. If I try to just get the area in question, it won't. It won't, and it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So now that we've got it down to a wire, there's still more problems. If I make this red, it won't blend in right because the outside of this is red. But if I make it blue or yellow, it blends in fine. So we know it works. In this line here is because of what I just told you. And, you know, I could draw a line. If I draw a red line right here, we could get rid of that in the mask itself. So let's try that just for this purpose here. So where we are with our mask, I'm going to renumber this, and I'm going to have to put a line in here, color for line, and we're going to make it cover that area. And I have to look at my PSETs, and I just have to skip it over 1, so we're going to go 96, (9644) to 96 on the X to go way down to 56. And we're just going to set that as a line, not as a box. It's on the wrong side. Guys, you know, what, I don't know how many more troubles I can have right now with this. We did the left first, so I'm going to edit 17. And we need to change these to 56s. Actually, I got them going all over the place. It's not even 96. It's going to be, oh, Jesus. Oh, that's great. 106. Not 96. And we are going to go from 44 to 56, but this is 106. That should do it. And, nope, not yet. It needs to go over 1 more. We're going to change this to 108. I think this is probably one of the longest videos I've ever done. So, as you can see, that got rid of the line. So now we're perfectly blended in. This is our reverse mask up here. And this is our blended in original sprite. And that's the end of it. So that's pretty much the end of this video. This is how you do reverse masking. You know, I could, and I'm short on time right now, but very easily, let's do a little thing here. Let's renumber this. Let's list this out, because I like to have fun. We're going to put $$ equals INKEYs. And then we're going to we need a couple more lines. We're just going to go left and right here. We're going to use these arrows. So we're going to renumber this. We need 2 more lines in there. Let's list this out. If I $ equals, and we're going to put to the right, then x equals x plus 5. If I $ equals to the left, then x equals x minus 5. Okay? And now we have to stick these variables in on both here. So we're going to insert x here. Anywhere there's an x variable, an x coordinate. And now on 26 plus x. This is what I mean about patience. If you don't have patience, you'll never make it as a programmer. Sometimes I get really frustrated, but you just have to take a breath. And yeah, we're gonna do that, and we need to edit line 27. And something's a little. We're gonna get rid of line 27, all right? And we're gonna renumber this again. And we're gonna list this out. And right here, we're gonna put our screen statement, so it doesn't interfere with our action buttons here. On 22, we're just going to PMODE 1 screen 1 0, and 100 is going to go to 100. Hopefully this still works, right? And of course it doesn't. PMODE 1. I don't even know what I just erased. Wow, what an aggravation. Alright, we can't do it that way. 99, 28, PMODE 1, 1 1 1 0. Let's list this out. I don't know why I can't put that up there, but apparently I can't. I have to put it down somewhere else after the graphic is applied. So we're going to have to put our action buttons in under that. So renumber 38, 28, 1, list this out. Run. I don't know what's going on here. I just renumbered this. 38, 28, 1. So we're going to put 28 39 GOTO or INKEY statement. It's been a while since I used INKEYs. What the heck? Why is that thing blinking like that? That's insane. 39 GOTO 39. I mean GOTO 23. Yeah, that's weird as heck. Just ignore that. But see, we're moving the sprite around, but we're moving it around on the wrong area here. I wanted to be moving it around down here. So I have no idea why that's happening. Well, strange. Very strange. Maybe we should make it go to 20 instead. There we go. Look at now we have this. Look at this blinking coin down at the bottom, guys. Isn't that wild? And let's see if we can move it. Look at that, guys. And I can do it. I can move it like that. And we have this crazy blinking coin down here. And this is with the INKEY statement. So this is the color computer coin with reverse masking and INKEY control. Nice, right? It would be nice if it didn't blink like that. Even though it's really neat. And the only way to get rid of the blinking would be if I have these in the wrong I have these in the wrong place. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think anymore. My brain is fried right now. I know there's a way to get the blinking to stop. You know what it is? It's the PCLS. That's what's doing it. It could be the position of these as well. It's the positioning of the way it's not positioned right the way this is. You know, we're just going to leave it like this because this whole thing should be down here. And it should be worded differently, but I don't have time. You guys get the point. You can play with this program if you want. But we have a blinking coin down here, and we can move it around by using left and right. And it's perfectly blended in, and we can change the background to yellow, and it still blends in. And this is pretty video game-ish, guys, right? It's about as video game-ish as you can get. And I'm just calling it the color computer coin. I want to save this program. And I actually used 28 lines, so I'm going to save this. And cut this video off. And I'll leave the code in the description for anybody that wants it, that was having trouble following along. So you can play with it yourself. I'm just going to call it Color Computer Coin version 1. And I'll have to list it out real quick to get it to you. And I list using XROR. It's an embedded function, not of the emulator per se, but of the emulator structure, where it prints to a Word document, and then I can manipulate it either by printing it out on paper or saving it as a Word document, or both. If you want to learn how to do that, scroll down to my video on printing with XROR, and you have to make a batch file. It's pretty easy to do. So that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Take care.